Best ways to harvest, preserve, and store your garden herbs.
Love growing herbs?
But have you tried to preserve and store them?
Here are the best ways to harvest, preserve, and store herbs.
Thanks to the cheerful, warm, and sunny weather in summer, many herbs achieve the strongest aroma as well as essential oils.
Therefore, it is important to learn how to harvest herbs at an appropriate time and how to dry and store them collectively to keep as much of their flavor.
How and when to harvest herbs?
Leaves.
Generally, most herbs have the best flavor and fragrance before flowering.
So make sure to harvest them before the flowering.
As a rule of thumb, never harvest more than 1/3 of the entire aerial growth at one time so that the plant can recover again.
The leaves are collected according to the characteristics of the plant. For example, harvest the top set of basil leaves to keep it bushy, while for parsley, the outer leaves should be harvested first.
The best time of day to harvest herbs is the late morning or early afternoon after the dew has dried off, but it must be done before the intense midday sun.
Seeds.
To harvest herbs grown for the seeds, say dill, fennel, cumin, coriander, and caraway, wait for a dry day and when the seed pods are dry and brittle.
Shake the ripened seed pod into a paper bag, label it, and store it in a dry place.
Flowers.
Harvest herb flowers just as they start to open.
The flowers, like those of chives, cilantro, or fennel, are mainly used as a flavoring when fresh.
Lavender, chamomile, and bergamot, etc., can be harvested the same way you read about harvesting the leaves. Preserving herbs.
Before proceeding with any of the following methods given below, you must take into account some basic steps before herbs are preserved properly.
First, make sure that the leaves or any other part are pest and disease free.
Also, it is important to give a quick wash. It is necessary to remove dust and maintain the essential oils.
After this, shake the herbs first to remove the excess water and clean them gently with a soft, clean cloth or paper towel.
Drying herbs.
One of the most commonly used methods to preserve herbs is drying them.
The most important rule is to dry herbs in the shortest possible time. This is to keep the maximum content of essential oils and active substances inside them.
Also, tender leaf herbs such as basil, lemon balm, mint, oregano, and tarragon will mold due to their high moisture content if not dried quickly.
For this, spread the herbs in a thin layer on a double layer of paper towel or newspaper and leave them until they dry out completely.
Drying seeds.
The seeds should be dried in brown paper bags at room temperature for 2 to 3 weeks, well protected from the moisture.
Drying roots.
Unearth the plant carefully and thoroughly. Wash the root to remove all dirt.
Use brush if necessary.
Cut the roots into pieces and place them on a rack to dry them either in the sun or indoors in some warm, dry place until crisp.
You can also tie roots in bunches and hang them to let them dry.
Freezing herbs.
A completely different method of fixation is the use of very low temperatures.
The herbs remain frozen are comparably much fresh than subjected to drying, and at the same time they are convenient to use too.
Excellent way to store herbs is to freeze chopped herbs in the ice cubes.
Freezing herbs in oil.
Preserving herbs in olive oil is one of the best kitchen tricks. It takes almost no effort but still infuses a lot of flavor into a dish.
Preserving herbs in vinegar.
Preserving herbs in vinegar is one of the best ways to store and preserve herbs.
Herbal vinegar makes great additions to salad dressings, fresh or sautéed vegetables, and make great gifts as well.
All you will need are fresh herbs, vinegar, and canning jars.
Use about 4 cups of fresh herbs to a gallon of vinegar, more if you want a stronger flavor.
Preserving herbs with salt or sugar.
Preserving herbs with salt or sugar is an old and traditional but less popular method these days. If you would like more tips like this, get in touch with urbanmali.com.
You can also write to us at vandana@artiplants.com. Call us at 95350 25938.